Welcome to the HR Happy Hour work break. You're here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose. Happy Friday.
Trish. Happy Friday. Absolutely.
Cheers.
Whoa, cheers. I didn't know we were cocktailing. Well,
we said we were cocktailing. It's Friday.
That's true. Well, happy Friday, everyone out there. It's been a busy week, that's for sure.
Goodness. It's absolutely been a busy week. I really can't believe it's Friday. I'm glad, though. So I'm glad that everyone's joining us. Hopefully
That's
you
tasty.
will grab a... What did you make?
It is just straight up aviation gin, fever tree tonic with the cucumber flavor.
Oh, that's so good.
And a lime. It is absolutely, it's my go-to cocktail. Those three ingredient cocktail.
I'm repping St. Louis, Bud Light, Platinum Seltzer, Blood Orange.
That's probably pretty good too. I've not tried that. All right.
You know what? It's actually really good because I'm not a fan of Truly or White Claw, all those. I'm not really a fan. So these are pretty good though. Blood Orange and I think raspberry and yeah, they're good.
In the summertime, last summer at the beach, I enjoyed a Truly or two. I won't lie about that.
Well, this one's really good. So,
all right. Good
anyway,
day.
so what's going on?
I had to get dressed up today for a while, and I thought it depending on the timing
I'm like,
of the show.
are you now?
No, today I had to put a suit on because I recorded today my intro video and my intro of the companies, my startup, HR Tech startup companies that will be presenting at the HR Tech virtual spring event in mid-March. So I had to do my video where I introed the session and intro the speakers and do the outro. So I put a suit on for that, had to set up the camera deal and do it myself, and hopefully it worked out okay. So, and I had the suit on for a good hour and a half, and it was
it good?
It was all right. I didn't hate it, but once I was done, I took it off. So then I thought about, like surprising you on the show, just showing up in a suit.
That would have been amazing if you would have shown up in a suit.
Putting it back on.
I'll tell you what. No, I'm in comfort mode.
Yeah, me too.
Total comfort mode. It's chilly here, so I don't know.
We had 2 beautiful, warm, hot, sunny days, and now it's turned back into kind of cold, wet, clammy winter here in North Carolina. But we'll deal with it. Trish, can I tell you something I thought was funny? I read today.
Sure.
A while back, I think on this show, I talked about how I love the super long German words.
You do, yes.
The German language has this thing called compound nouns or compound words. I read an article today that said the German language has added another couple thousand words in the last year or so, all pandemic related, right? Things that are just new things, new experiences, new phrases that now they just turn into words due to pandemic. I got a couple of them. I'll try to pronounce them. I had to write these down, so I'm gonna look down at my notes. The first one, Trish, and you guess what the word is, right? I'll give you the German, and you see if you can guess it. The first one is Geisterspieltag. And I apologize to all our German friends if I'm not pronouncing these right. Geisterspieltag.
I feel like that's I have no idea.
It means playing soccer in an empty stadium. Right, much like the sporting events are playing with no fans. They have a
word for that.
They did. All right, here's one that you might be able to get. It's a shorter one. Abstandbier. Abstandbier.
To abstain from something.
Not quite, but it's socially distanced drinks, or basically having a beer with your friends, but socially distanced. Abstandbier. Okay, one more.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. Superverteilungsscheringness. Superverteilungsscheringness. There's about 28 letters in this word.
I have no clue.
That is a super spreader event, which is a term phrase we've come to know in the last year or so. Now, hats off to them coming up with words for these things. I think that's great. Abstandbier is probably my favorite too, though, of those 3.
Yeah, I think that seems more like a word, like it's short enough to actually remember.
Yeah.
You know what, though? We're saying the phrases. We remember the phrases, so probably no different, right? If you speak German, it probably makes perfect sense.
It probably does. I think it makes perfect sense to me too. It's kind of cool to have like a word that stands for a whole long kind of concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hard to learn.
Do you know German? Did you ever take German?
I did not.
You did not.
I should have probably. Yeah,
You should have, right? Because your last name German, right?
it is.
How do you pronounce it? Our friend Holger pronounces it right.
I pronounce it Bose, but the German pronunciation is more like Bosa, I think, or Bose.
Bosa, that's it.
I
Bosa.
forget. Means
Yeah.
evil or angry in German, I'm told.
Then you would say it with more gusto. Bosa.
I'm not that angry though, really. I don't get that riled up about much of anything.
That is absolutely true. I've tried to fight with you many times. It doesn't usually work. You just give in.
I'll tell you something that got me a little angry though. I was watching the news
Yeah,
this morning, just my
know
normal
yourself.
headline news, Robin Meade, though I think she was out today. They spent like 10 minutes on Prince Harry, like in some interview that he did recently. I'm gonna tell you something. I cannot become interested. I cannot be less interested in Prince Harry, his kids, his wife, his dog, anything about him. It's okay. He didn't want to be a prince anymore. Fine. Like, I can't understand, especially in our country, why is anyone interested in this to the level at which
He's gorgeous? Are you kidding me?
is that why? That's the interest in
That's part of it. He's the
good-looking
cute
guy?
one. He's the cute one. He was always, the rebel, kind of always not in trouble, but like sort of a little bit. Like he was the bad boy prince, and his mom. Everyone loves Princess Diana.
Okay.
I feel bad for her.
So I'm forced to watch this because I was too lazy to change the channel, and I didn't want Prince Harry to make me change my routine in the morning of watching Robin Meade's headline news.
His wife, just so you know, calls him Haz. So if you would just call him Haz, H-A-Z.
I'm suffering through this ridiculous segment, right? I'm suffering through this, and he's moaning about how the press made his life miserable. And that's why he had to leave England and take his family with him, which is all well and good. But yet he can't wait to get in front of the cameras and do another interview and do as many as he can here in America and be on my news in the morning. If the press is that much of a problem in your life, don't talk to the press. Get off my TV.
All right. I'm going to just take the opposing side for a moment. I think he's lovely. He does so much great work for charities around the world. He's still going to do that. And I saw a different clip. I was not watching that channel. I was on CBS this morning and watched him, a little clip of him with James Corden. You know James Corden?
This is the clip they showed on the news I was watching as well.
And they took him.
Another guy I'm not interested in either, by the way, Corden.
He took him to the home that was used in the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Prince Harry sang The Fresh Prince.
Yeah, it's awful. Awful all the way
I thought
around.
it was great. Actually, I saw him in person a few years ago at the Invictus Games. I took my mother. It was wonderful. And to see, this should touch your heart, though. The Invictus Games, which are, disabled people from war.
Military,
right?
yeah.
Military
veterans. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And I watched the tennis match down in Florida. They had them at the ESPN down in Orlando, the big facility. And I was like 20 feet away from the prince. Whew, he was lovely. But anyway, the Invictus Games were really good.
We're still talking about him? It's my fault. I brought it up.
All right, let's talk about something else. And actually, we're running out of time. So
what's the best soup? This is the question. I had a conversation with someone this week. And what is the best soup? It's cold. It's clammy here. I want some soup. What's the best soup?
The best soup? That's easy. Campbell's tomato soup. Because everyone loves it. Like that and a grilled cheese. How can you go wrong? You can't.
A good combination.
You don't even have to doctor it up. You could just, but you can put a little cream in there, some parsley, a little shredded, maybe Asiago or something on it. Jazz it right up. So good. Tomato, what would you say?
No, well, that's not the right answer. The answer is clearly Legal Seafoods New England clam chowder. Shout out Boston. So that's the answer.
That is a chowder and not a soup. It's not a soup.
The Germans have a word for that, Trish. What you just did there, it's called Geisterspeisbeer, which means like nitpicking a semantic point of order. That's really everybody believes you're wrong. So
you're making up German. Stop it.
Shout out Legal Seafoods. I got to get back up to Boston. My son is in college there. I've maybe mentioned that on the show. He did go back this semester. Mm-hmm. And so I've got to get up there and visit him at some point. When I get up there, Trish, we'll have to do one of these shows remotely. I'll do it from Legal Seafoods with said chowder and just
chowder that is now soup. But okay, sounds good. All right. On that happy note, I think we will end for this Friday. Thank you, everyone, for watching all week long. We've loved having you with us. Subscribe to the HR Happy Hour Podcast Network on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. And meet us back here on Monday for more fun. Have a good weekend.